So sometimes you can count accomplishments, but sometimes they happen on a more personal basis, which really impacts how and where you live. So one of those ways in which I think the TimeBanks have helped me and my family and my community is the relationships that we have built with our neighbors. And an example is an elder person who's 77, Sister Mary Claire. And many people in her order say that she shouldn't be living alone, that she should be in more of a kind of skilled place. And she has helped organize through the TimeBanks the games night. And the games night is a wonderful time when we come together and we play games, we get to know our neighbors. And one time I asked her, Mary Claire, how old are you? And she said, 77. And I said, Mary Claire, I'm 51. How does it feel to be 20 years older than me and probably 30 or 40 years older than these other people? And she's like, great, I'm here. And in fact, it is wonderful that she can be connected with each other, and her. You know, I'm with a partner, and I had to get married 3 times. And the last time that I got married was in February 2014. And we also celebrated her birthday at the same time. It was kind of a time to like bring everybody together. And so my parents weren't around. And so instead of asking my dad, who passed away, I asked Mary Claire, would you give me the permission to marry my partner? And everybody laughed. But it really was this honoring of community. It was honoring her place in our community, in our lives. How do I know Mary Claire? Because of TimeBanks. And she said, yes, I could get married for the 3rd time, only this time it was in the state of New York and not in Michigan, because Michigan isn't quite there yet. We also have a wonderful group of children that we're guardians for. Our neighbor across the street passed away, and so we have taken on these 5 kids. And we didn't really take them on. Through the TimeBanks, the community came together and finished our attic. We didn't have enough bedrooms for all these kids. So they finished our attic, and one of our neighbors hurt his finger. It was like it's an ongoing joke now that, hey, you want to come over? You can hurt your finger again through cleaning the attic and moving all this stuff. And they also put an addition for the kids because we needed a kind of like this. A couple of the kids have some disabilities, and so we needed like this homework room. So in the back of our house, there's this family room, homework room, and the kids have done very well in terms of their scholastics. But why? Because the TimeBanks, this kind of barn raising day, came and helped rebuild our home to prepare for the kids. So those are some things where I think I and my family have personally benefited from TimeBanks.
Pretty great stories, huh?
So another story that I'd like to tell you about TimeBanks is my youngest daughter, who happens to be Down syndrome. And kids with disabilities never really have friends. And people treat them like perpetual infants. They always say to people, oh, isn't your daughter cute? It's like, look, my daughter's not a dog, not a little baby. She's 16 and a half years old. Can you please have some expectations of this teenager? And when I asked for help with the formal systems about like, hey, she's a teenager, how about a summer job? The only person who really the system said, we don't offer vocational training until the people with disabilities are 22. I'm like, well, they need extra help. They need extra practice. So why are you waiting till 22 when most regular people got their jobs when they're 14, 16, delivering papers, cutting grass, but they don't do that for kids with disability until 22. The only people who believed in my child and our family and our community was members of a TimeBank, Bridging Communities, who said, we'll find the business, we'll figure out how to get her paid, we'll help get a job coach, we'll believe in you. And she got a summer job. And she doesn't walk to work, she runs to work after school, which for a teenager, they don't run very much to anything. They hide their things underneath their bed. They don't really want to do stuff. But I'm telling you, it was the TimeBanks, it was the informal networks, it was the informal linking it of believing in each other that helped get my kid who's Down syndrome a summer job at age 15. 7 years before all those other communities or other kids got a job. So I can tell you that many times people say, why do you ever live in Detroit? Why do you do that? And because we rely on each other. Neighbors rely on each other. And sometimes, not sometimes, it's the linking of TimeBanks, of people who care, who are like-mindedness, who absolutely make me want to stay in the city of Detroit, in Southwest Detroit, because it's the people who believe in each other that have given my daughter opportunities, have helped reconstruct our homes, and in some senses brought more connections with our elders as well. That's the story I'd like to tell you.
I would like a tissue.
On the Nook table, Jenny, in the Nook by the kitchen, the breakfast nook.
You're so cute.
I'm so cute.
Oh, you're not a dog either, but you're so cute.
I'm not a dog.